Okay, everybody, so today we're going to be doing a video on the Yugoslavian M70 AK. And these AKs were originally made by Yugoslavia. It started production in the 70s, and the company Zastava is still making these today, or guns similar to it. They don't have the flip-up grenade launching sight, but they're very similar. But this is a parts kit build gun with a Nodak Spud receiver, and these guns are fairly interesting from the other AKs. They've got a bit of unique differences to them. The first is, of course, your grenade launching sights, so you could launch grenades with it. And for this video, we're going to be shooting some WPA 7.62x39. All Yugoslavian AKs were in 7.62x39. They make some commercial guns in different calibers now, but Yugoslavia used 7.62x39. And so one of the things about the Yugoslavian is it has a reinforced dust cover that comes off differently. We'll show that in the disassembly, but it's to keep from your dust cover flying off when you shoot your grenades. It also has flip-up night sights, just like the Yugoslavian M59/66. One about back here and then one up here. And these don't work anymore. The stuff they used in them basically burned out, I guess you could say, wore off. But these are pretty cool AKs, and this one still has the markings for full auto, but unfortunately it's been turned into a semi-auto gun. And we've got one of our bayonets here that goes on just like that. This isn't a Yugoslavian bayonet, but this is a representation of how one goes on there and what they look like. But that's pretty much all you can say about it. So let's get into shooting it some. All right, we're gonna start off by firing a few rounds up here at 100 yards. See what kind of accuracy this thing can get. And I forgot to mention it earlier, this parts kit build has a chrome line bore, but the original Yugoslavian guns wouldn't have. The Yugoslavian AKs and SKSs didn't have chrome line bores. They just didn't have the resource to chrome line all of them. Okay, this is our first group. We got 3 flyers here, but the rest of them are fairly good. It's just hitting a bit high.
You got 2 on the paper, I'm not sure.
Okay, now we're gonna shoot a couple more rounds. Yeah, the angle of the stock on the Yugoslavians is different than the Chinese AKs, which that's the other AK we have a video on. So you feel the recoil in your cheek a little bit more, which the recoil doesn't change in your shoulder, at least not noticeably.
Yeah, you feel it in your face.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to fire a couple rounds standing at 100 yards. Yeah, so the problem with this AK is it doesn't have a notch for your selector lever to go into, so it's just as you shoot it slowly riding up and putting itself back on safe. So that's when you'll see me pulling the trigger and nothing happening, is because it rides up and does that. So that's the one downside on this AK, which that's not the original Yugoslavian guns, that's just this parts kit gun. So let's keep shooting it a couple times and keep an eye on this safety lever.
Rode up on you again.
And that's all of them. Alright, this is our next group. It's fairly spread out, but you definitely wouldn't want to be standing down here at 100. Alright, looks like we're out of ammo. Now we're gonna put our bayonet on. Well, that's all the problem. Alright, now we're going to show off some disassembly of the M70. And it's mostly the same as other AKs, but it's slightly different. Because over here, right here, you've got this button that's right here that's not on other AKs. And that's so it'll hold your receiver cover, dust cover better while shooting grenades. So to get it off, you got to push that in and then push your regular button. Then you get your spring. From there, the disassembly is just the same as a regular AK. And you can also come down here and get your bolt out. And then while we've got it up here, we can show off the night sight some. They flip up just like the ones on the M59/66, the SKS. And up here, you've got your one that's up here, your front sight. It's kind of in a recess it has. That one flips up. And you've also got your grenade launching sight that clicks into place and cuts off your gas. And it's got 3 different markings you can use. And I will reassemble it. Get our bolt carrier back in here. Then get your spring. And your dust cover back on. And that's it back together. Alright, that's going to be it for the video. We had a lot of fun with the Yugoslavian M70, aside from our safety riding up, but we'll try to figure out a way to fix that issue so it won't do that anymore. And these are pretty cool AKs with a few differences to them. Fairly nice that this one's chrome lined. It was made by Alabama Ordnance in Deatsville, Alabama. And it's a fairly nice AK. Not milled like some of them were, but that saves on weight, having them stamped. Yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the video. Let us know if you want to see some more out of the Yugoslavian AK or any of our other Yugoslavian guns we've had on the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one.